The shocking truth behind 1971 to 1978 AMC 401. While the muscle car era was packed with legendary engines, the AMC 401 V8 often flies under the radar when compared to the more famous powerhouses of its time. However, its performance, versatility, and real-world applications make it one of the most underrated gems in muscle car history. Today, we're sharing the reason why the 1971 to 1978 AMC 401 V8 is considered one of the best AMC V8 engines and a true AMC powerhouse engine in the world of muscle cars. With 330 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque, the AMC 401 proved to be a formidable competitor against its rivals. However, it arrived a bit late, just as the muscle car market was beginning to decline. Still, the AMC 401 left a lasting impression with its impressive performance and reliability, especially in models like the Matador and Javelin. Let's explore the power behind this iconic V8 engine. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to Muscle Car Masters for more exciting muscle car content. AMC's muscle car efforts. AMC didn't jump into the muscle car game right away, but when it finally did in the late 1960s, it came out swinging with the AMX Javelin and the scrappy little SC Rambler. These weren't just half-hearted attempts either. AMC brought the heat. But let's be real, none of this would have mattered without the heart of the beast under the hood. Enter AMC's second-generation V8 family. 290 cubic inch, 343 cubic inch, and the mighty 390 cubic inch engines. These power plants were the real deal. All three shared the same external dimensions, making them easy to work with and highly interchangeable. But it was their internals, bore and stroke sizes, that set them apart. The 290 was the entry-level performer, perfect for those who wanted solid power without breaking the bank. The AMC 343 was a true sweet spot in the lineup, offering an ideal balance of performance and versatility. With 280 horsepower in its four-barrel configuration, it delivered strong acceleration while remaining practical for daily use. The 390, on the other hand, was the heavyweight contender, cranking out up to 325 horsepower and solidifying AMC's position in the muscle car arena. Introduced in cars like the AMX and Javelin, the 390 turned heads with quarter-mile times that could rival offerings from GM, Ford, and Chrysler. Before these engines, AMC wasn't exactly known for performance. They had a reputation for economy cars like the Rambler, practical and reliable, but not exciting. That all changed with the introduction of these V8s. Suddenly, cars like the Rebel Machine and the SC Rambler were taking on GTOs, Mustangs, and Chargers with surprising success. The modular design of AMC's engines also made them a tuner's dream, as parts like cylinder heads, intakes, and exhaust manifolds could be easily swapped across the lineup to boost performance. The shift to AMC's third-generation V8. In 1970, AMC decided it was time to level up its V8 game. They tweaked the engine block, raising the deck height, and just like that, the third-generation V8s were born. This new lineup included the 304, the 360, and an updated version of the 390 cubic inch engine. The 304 and the 360 would go on to have long production runs, becoming reliable staples for AMC. But the 390, it had its swan song that year, paving the way for something even bigger, the AMC 401. The 401 was built on the same architecture as the third-gen family, so it shared external dimensions with the 304, 360, and 390. This made it easy to integrate into AMC's lineup. The transition from the 390 to the 401 came down to some clever engineering. The 390 already had a solid 4.165-inch bore, but AMC took it a step further by stretching the stroke to 3.68 inches. This subtle yet effective change unlocked a whole new level of performance. The result? A beast of an engine with more power and torque, ready to make its mark on AMC's performance cars. Performance of the AMC 401. The AMC 343 was a true sweet spot in the lineup, offering an ideal balance of performance and versatility. With 280 horsepower in its 4-barrel configuration, it delivered strong acceleration while remaining practical for daily use. The 390, on the other hand, was the heavyweight contender, cranking out up to 325 horse and solidifying AMC's position in the muscle car arena. Introduced in cars like the AMX and Javelin, the 390 turned heads with quarter-mile times that could rival offerings from GM, Ford, and Chrysler. Before these engines, AMC wasn't exactly known for performance. They had a reputation for economy cars like the Rambler, practical and reliable, but not exciting. That all changed with the introduction of these V8s. Suddenly, cars like the Rebel Machine and the SC Rambler were taking on GTOs, Mustangs, and Chargers with surprising success. The modular design of AMC's engines also made them a tuner's dream, as parts like cylinder heads, intakes, and exhaust manifolds could be easily swapped across the lineup to boost performance. By the early 1970s, AMC continued its legacy with the 401 V8, which delivered an impressive 330 gross horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque when it debuted in 1971. Despite its modest 9.5-to-1 compression ratio, the 401 proved to be a strong competitor in the muscle car market. For instance, Pontiac 455 HO-V8, with a higher compression ratio, produced just 335 gross horsepower, making the AMC 401 nearly a match for a larger engine in terms of output. What truly set the 401 apart was its ability to deliver power smoothly and effectively, especially when paired with a 4-speed manual transmission. In fact, High Performance Cars magazine clocked a quarter-mile time of 14.8 seconds at 94 miles per hour with a 401-powered, 4-speed-equipped 1971 AMC Javelin AMX. This performance placed the Javelin in the same league as renowned muscle cars like the Chevrolet Camaro Z28 and Plymouth Roadrunner. Enthusiasts loved the 401 for its thrilling low-end torque, making it a joy to drive on both the street and the track. The combination of torque and horsepower ensured rapid acceleration off the line and strong performance through the gears. Potential of the 401. Imagine if AMC had cranked up the compression and added some high-performance parts to the 401 V8 in 1971. It could have easily dipped into the 13-second range for quarter-mile times, making it a true powerhouse. But even in its stock form, the 401 was a beast. Law enforcement quickly took notice of the 401-equipped AMC Matador and Javelin. Many police departments, including state police, snapped up these muscle cars for their fleets. For a few years, AMC even offered a 401-equipped Ambassador police car. However, it was the Matador that really stole the show. The Los Angeles Police Department favored the 401 Matador from 1971 to 1976, praising its speed and handling. In fact, the LAPD found that the Matador outperformed and outhandled all other police cars they tested. The 401 Matador was one of the fastest and best-handling four-door police cars of its time. Some of these Matadors served well into the 1980s, thanks to their reliability and performance. Many police departments were reluctant to replace these high-performing vehicles with newer, less performance-oriented models. Availability and specifications of the AMC 401. Between 1971 and 1974, the AMC 401 engine found its way under the hood of some iconic models like the Ambassador, Matador, and Javelin. But here's the catch. In 1972, AMC switched things up with a more stringent net horsepower rating instead of the older gross system. They also dialed down the compression ratio so the engine could run on 87-octane unleaded fuel. Good for keeping things street-friendly. So, from 1972 to 1974, the 401 cranked out 235 net horse with a single exhaust. And if you opted for the dual exhaust setup, you got 255 net horse with 3 45 pound-feet of net torque in both cases. Not bad, right? Then, from 75 to 76, the 401 was only available in the Matador police car, but there was a bit of a drop-off in power. Due to the new pollution control standards, the 401's output was dialed back to 215 net horsepower. Still, even with the power cut, the 1975 to 76 Matador police car remained one of the fastest and best-handling cop cars on the road, proving that power isn't just about numbers on paper. And here's a cool little tidbit. AMC didn't stop with just their cars. The 401 was also available in some 1974 to 1978 Jeep models, like the Cherokee, Wagoneer, J10, and J-Series pickup. Oh, and let's not forget the 1973-1974 International Harvester Travelall and Lightline pickups that could also be ordered with this powerhouse engine. Legacy of the AMC 401. The AMC 401 was a serious powerhouse for its time, packing a punch in the 1970s muscle car era. The real issue, though, is that AMC waited too long to introduce this engine. Had it come earlier, say during the mid-1960s, this engine could have transformed AMC's lineup, powering both their performance cars and family vehicles. The 401 would have leveled the playing field with other big players like GM, which had its own 400 cubic inch V8s powering their muscle and full-size cars. But unfortunately, by the time the 401 rolled out, the muscle car era was already on the decline, and the market was shifting. By 1971, performance cars were starting to lose steam as sales dropped, and just around the corner, the industry would face massive engine displacement cuts in the mid-70s, largely driven by new emissions and fuel economy standards. The 401 showed up a little too late to make a huge impact on AMC's overall sales. Its production run wasn't long, but it definitely earned its place as one of the mightiest engines to come out of AMC. When you stack it up against the competition from the Big Three, this engine provided some serious power for AMC's cars in a time when every little bit counted. Though the AMC 401 arrived towards the tail end of the muscle car boom, it didn't just show up to make up the numbers, it made an impact. It was powerful enough to compete head-to-head with other high-displacement V8s from brands like Pontiac and Chevrolet, offering a smooth but relentless power band. It was also more than capable of taking on everyday tasks, making it a versatile engine that worked just as well in family sedans as it did in muscle cars. Whether powering a police car or a street machine, the AMC 401 proved its worth as one of the best AMC V8 engines and a true AMC powerhouse engine. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Muscle Car Masters for more exciting insights into the world of muscle cars. Drop a comment and let us know your thoughts on the AMC 401.